Hi, I'm Chris Wright, grassroots party candidate for governor. Just to give you a little background, I'm a 52-year-old computer engineer living in Edina with my 10-year-old daughter. Went to Washburn High School, the University of Minnesota, and Northwestern Electronics Institute. In 1988, I ran for U.S. Congress in the 5th District, and in 1998, I ran for governor. I co-founded the Grassroots Party in 1986, and I've been the chief organizer of annual marijuana protest rallies since 1987. Let me get right to the point. I'm running to legalize marijuana for all its purposes so we can raise revenue and balance the budget. The reason why alcohol prohibition was legalized was because of a lack of revenue due to the Great Depression. Likewise, California has put Proposition 19 on the ballot to legalize marijuana because the state is out of revenue due to the Great Recession. Now is the time to strike for legalization, and this is why I'm running. I have five top issues in this campaign: legalize marijuana and end the drug war, energy independence, end corporate personhood, a guaranteed right to education, and single-payer health care. First of all, I'd like to legalize marijuana for all its uses and end the drug war. The guiding principle of the Grassroots Party has been the legalization of cannabis hemp for all its purposes. Hemp cultivation can raise state revenues to balance the budget, an estimated $1 billion in excise taxes. Hemp can create jobs in farming, manufacturing, engineering, and could be a key biomass energy source for making Minnesota energy independent. With hemp, we can make all our paper, fiberboard, and construction lumber, thus saving our state forest lands. Hemp can produce food, medicine, clothing, and thousands of products. Yet the most useful plant ever grown by humanity is illegal. No one has ever died from marijuana, but a lot of people have died from the prohibition on marijuana. So if the reason to exercise police power is to protect public safety, then why are lawmakers destroying public safety? They are fundamentally wrong. If you could regulate distribution through prohibition, it would be unprofitable for gangsters to terrorize our streets. If you want to put the gangs out of business, take the business out of the gangs. Prohibition subsidizes criminals, bankrolls gangsters, endangers our children. It destroys public safety, corrupts public officials, undermines foreign governments, creates terrorism, undermines the Bill of Rights, overburdens the courts, and overcrowds the prisons. And it's racist in origin and practice. Prohibition fosters discrimination in the public mind by associating ethnic minorities with criminal behavior. Regulated distribution of liquor has a proven track record of public safety, but that wasn't the case when society insisted on the gangster distribution of liquor. Let's end the drug war and raise some revenue, balance the budget, and bring about public safety. My second issue is energy independence. Let's create a bridge from the fossil fuel age to the renewable age using a refining process known as biomass gasification. We can produce a substitute for natural gas, coal, and oil in a carbon-neutral fashion, simultaneously cleaning the land, air, and water. Simply stated, instead of boiling oil, let's cook biomass carbon feedstocks like hemp, switchgrass, and municipal waste to produce biogasoline. In the July 2009 Scientific American entitled Grassoline, it said the carbon feedstocks are cheap, about $10 to $40 per barrel of oil energy equivalent, and don't interfere with food production. That's less than half the cost of a barrel of oil at today's price of $75 per barrel. Let's build hydrogen hydride storage stations that transform intermittent electrical power sources like wind and solar into constant power sources that supply the power grid and substitute as fueling stations for hydrogen fuel cell vehicles. My next issue is ending corporate personhood. Let's end the corporate control of government and the buying and selling and renting of politicians. Corporations are not human. They don't vote, they don't bear children, they don't die for their country, yet they have all the rights of personhood without any of the liabilities. The 14th Amendment originally passed to end unlimited dominion over freed slaves and to grant former slaves basic rights became the justification since 1886 for unlimited domination over we the people by granting corporations the same rights as human beings and unlimited corporate control of government. Since January 21st, 2010, the landmark case known as Citizens United versus the Federal Election Commission, the Supreme Court ruled that corporations can funnel unlimited amounts of money into political campaigns. The 1st Minnesota Regiment gave their last measure of devotion at Gettysburg so that a government of, by, and for the people would not perish from the earth. They fought for we the people, not we the corporation. Corporations were once our servants, they're now our masters. My 4th issue is a guaranteed right to education. Thomas Jefferson believed in providing college education at the common expense of all. Our greatest resource is our people. I propose a guaranteed right to education. Let's allow the underprivileged to rise to their full potential. Why tie down families and children with debt in search of the American dream? Let's publicly educate our population from cradle to college. Let's combine early childhood education with municipal daycare, staffed by personnel with secondary vocational qualifications. Daycare fees should be charged on a percentage basis, and the indigent should be exempt from fees. Let's have before and after school care until age 10. And finally, I'd like to talk about single-payer health care. I support the Minnesota Health Act, Senate File 118, a private delivery, free choice of hospital, dental care, and doctor, public health insurance system. This bill would cut the cost of health care nearly in half. Our pay-or-die mercenary medical insurance system places profits above people. Corporatized medicine has produced health care rationing, higher prices, diminished choices, and more bureaucracy. This system is a bureaucratic nightmare with close to a third of all health care spending having nothing to do with health care. Overhead, underwriting, billing, sales and marketing departments, huge profits and exorbitant executive pay, not to mention the billions wasted and spent on computerized billing fraud and abuse. I'd like to thank you for your time. I'm Chris Wright for governor. My running mate is for lieutenant governor is Ed Engelman, and the grassroots party is running Kenny Gallagher for state auditor. For more information, go to votewright.org. Thanks again.